I liked the drive, the scenic route. Those country roads were part of the reason why I survived being a commuter. Sure, I crashed at my friend Ian's apartment from time to time, but still, driving was an escape. Therapy for my mind. 40 minutes on a 2-lane blacktop. That's all it took from my parents' place in Marianna, Florida to classes at FSU. An easy route that became routine. There was hardly anyone on East River Road. Not in the daytime, and damn sure not at night. For most, I suppose the endless farmland and forests would get boring after a while. Dull once the rush of witnessing pastoral beauty went away. But for Adam, the isolation ignited introspection. A chance for me to get lost in thought and fall out, boy. Lost amidst this ocean of potholes and oak trees, the highway was my haven. My real home away from home. Best of all, East River was all mine. Almost every parsing house was abandoned. The side roads cobbled from dirt. And at night, there wasn't a soul in sight. Call me adventurous. Dumb. But I enjoyed immersing myself in the seclusion. Enjoyed how East River Road and I kept each other company on those long drives. Besides Ian, I didn't have many friends. Never mind a girlfriend. Even attending a party school like Florida State in a college town like Tallahassee, Florida, I struggled to fit in. Just like I had my whole life. Not that I wasn't attractive. I had girls call me cute before. I stayed in good shape, had perfect white teeth, but behind the blue eyes and spiked blonde hair, I probably could have landed more co-eds if I wasn't such an awkward hot mess. Then again, I guess being a history major will do that to you. Now we had Thanksgiving break. On Monday, Ian had even stayed at my parents' place. We got drunk with my father. Ian was always loud and charismatic. A jock, but too cultured for the frats. His straight long brown hair accentuated by perfect cheekbones. Of course, Ian was supposed to stay Tuesday. But then a party ambushed us. One on campus. Ian begged me to go. And the folks didn't mind since I'd be back the next day. So like excited explorers heading off for a new journey, Ian and I left in the evening. In separate cars. Ian's white truck leading the charge. I figured it'd be fun. Ian would like out for me. The perfect wingman. And who knows, maybe I'd get laid. But getting shit-faced with friends would bring joyful warmth to this cold November night. Not to mention being back out on East River Road would be a more than pleasing pregame. Of course, Ian hated the long drive. For him, the 40-mile stretch of country road was an unbearable endurance test through a most dull hell. Within minutes, he was well ahead of me, Ian's heavy foot, his only escape. Along the way, I passed an old pickup parked on a dirt road. Smoke poured from the hood. The immense rust disguised whatever color the clunker once had. Its windows tinted to hide what was probably an even uglier inside. But that was all I saw. Gay, this close to the holidays usually meant there'd be no other cars out. No cops, no commuters. Not even a Christmas light. No sign of life between Marianna and Tally. Soon, I felt alone in the cold. The Killer's playlist my only company. A soundtrack to the serene scenery. The beer helped. A 15-pack of Miller Lite tall boys rested in the passenger seat. I was only 3 in, but the booze further elevated my mood. And along with East River, the combo gave me medicine for my natural anxiety. Glancing up, I saw the sun fading fast. My skinny hoodie and jeans didn't have a chance once it got really cold. Singing along to Jenny, I turned up the heat. Ready to travel in comfort through the countryside. My silver Camry cruised down the rugged pavement. My surroundings a projection backdrop of cavernous forests and dry farmland, all under the fading light of a dying sun. Up ahead, I didn't see Ian. He was ready for that party. Long gone. Nighttime swept in suddenly. Everything gone from country to cryptic in an instant. I flicked on the headlights. Not much help in this staunch darkness. Shivering, I leaned in closer toward the windshield. And then I saw a red car. A fancy convertible sat on the side of the road. Like a mirage in this backwoods desert. Only this was no mirage. And neither was the pretty young woman standing right beside it. Auburn hair, big eyes. She had luscious lips. An even more luscious body under the white jacket and tight jeans. She had her thumb out. A hitchhiker's universal cry. This drunk, I didn't have a chance. Even sober, This geek would have still been tempeed by the beautiful young woman. I pulled over and turned down the killers. Rolled down the passenger's side window. The girl walked up to me, her pretty smile now all the more clearer. "Hey," she said in a southern accent. "You okay?" I replied in my own southern tone. She pointed toward the convertible. "I got a flat. Can I get a ride?" Unlike her, the vehicle looked much worse this close. Its rust and wear and tear were disguised by the darkness. I faced the young woman, trying to stay confident. "Do you want me to help you change it?" Datum question, considering I knew jack shit about cars. "I got no spares," she said. Relief hit me. "Where are you headed?" "Just to town." The girl folded her arms against the biting wind. "My mom's in Tally." "That's fine." I motioned toward the passenger's seat. "Just hop in." Grinning, she jumped inside. Her long legs maneuvered around the 15-pack. I forced a smile as if I were a bad actor emulating great womanizers. "Guys like Ian." "My name's Adam." "Stephanie," she said. With a flourish, she closed the door. "Turn the heat up. It's cold." At her command, I turned it up a notch. "Yeah, I hate this weather too." Stephanie stared into my eyes. "Hypnotizing me?" "Thanks for stopping, Adam." "No problem," I replied as I put the Camry in drive. "I couldn't just leave you alone out there." She smirked. "Thanks." I chugged the rest of that fourth tall boy. The drunk buzz further fueled my excitement. The killers when you were young accompanied us on the drive. Those next few minutes were fun. For once, I enjoyed sharing East River Road. Stephanie wasn't just pretty. She was cool, wacky, a little bit older than me. But hey, at the moment, she didn't seem out of my league. Feigning coolness, I leaned back. "Yay, I'm going to a party with my friend." A smile crossed my lips. "I think he's way ahead of us." "Oh really?" Stephanie asked. "Yo, he hates this road." I stole a look at that pretty face. "But he's more, outgoing than me, I guess." Stephanie's smile stayed on me. I don't know about that." My heart skipped a beat. My drunk adrenaline accelerated. Stephanie looked out the window. "You drive out here every day?" I nodded. "Yeah, I love it." The hitchhiker stared out at the rural night, at the parsing trees and deep ditches. "It's pretty nice. Everyone acts like it's so boring. They just want to run around town and go to parties." I motioned toward the windshield. "The open road. They don't see the fun in just hanging out, cruising." Stephanie let out a loud laugh, a cackle making her sound drunker than me. "It's true," I said. In a sudden burst, Stephanie leaned forward. "Oh shit. What's that?" Panicking, I followed her gaze. A large white vehicle sat about 10 feet away, stuck at the bottom of a deep ditch like a sunken ship. Stephanie grabbed my wrist, her touch smooth but tight. "Slow down," she demanded. A man emerged from behind the vehicle. A man my age, his bleached blonde hair matched by a scrappy beard. His muscles stood out even in the Florida Gators windbreaker. Frantic, he waved his arms. Fear etched on his face. Cautious, I let up on the gas, but still stayed on the highway. "Slow down, Adam," Stephanie said. "He needs help." I got closer and closer to the car. "Tow the scared man. Tow the white truck." Innies squeezed my soul. A wrecking ball hurled into my drunken confidence. Behind the shit headlights, I could tell the blonde man went from scared to smug in a split second. And I could recognize my friend's truck. The Leon County tag. The Parade of Florida State Seminoles stickers on its back window. I felt cold metal press into my stomach. Colder than this chi*d damn night. "Pull over," Stephanie commanded. Feeling my soul go hollow, I looked down at Stephanie's pistol. "Now," she barked. I pulled over beside what I knew was Ian's truck, and to what I suspected was his gravesite. Horrified, I watched the blonde guy rush toward me. "Come on, Daniel," I heard Stephanie mutter. A flash of metal glistened in Daniel's hand, the same kind of pistol Stephanie held. He ripped open the door on the driver's side. The chilling air flooded in. I turned back toward Ian's truck. Tears welled up in my eyes, like icicles sticking to my flesh on this horrifying night. Ian's corpse was sprawled out in the ditch, right from where Daniel just emerged. Amidst a sea of dark dirt, Ian didn't move. No cold breaths gushed from his mouth. Circular patches were missing from his face, a flowing red river all along his body. "Oh fuck," My voice quivered. Daniel put the gun to my face. "Slide over, buddy," he demanded. I turned to see a giggling Stephanie jump into the back. "Come on, move it, F****. Daniel yelled. Clumsy from the beer and fear, I stumbled into the passenger side. Stephanie cackled. "We got another one, hun." Excited, Daniel got behind the wheel. "They college boy too." He shut the door. "Woo. Got a nice heater in this Camry." He caressed the dashboard. "Damn nice car. Let's go, honey." Stephanie's steady voice commanded. Stephanie, the true captain of this team. Struggling to be discreet, I reached into my hoodie pocket. Felt for the phone. Daniel said to her. Finally, I felt the iPhone. Inched it closer to my line of vision. Just as I saw the screen, 2 pistols pointed at me. "We're not stupid, Adam," Stephanie teased. "You ain't smart enough for us, college boy," Daniel added with a laugh. I looked at them, confused. Stephanie waved the gun away from my pocket. "Move it." Left with no other choice, I laid my hands in my lap. Laid my hopes in the gutter. Stephanie took out her own Android. "Only we get to use them, F***C car." "Exactly," Daniel said. His eyes drifted to the floorboard. "And G***D damn. You got beer." Stephanie leaned forward. "I was saving it for you." With a sneer, Daniel pointed me to the 15-pack. "Hand me one." I hesitated. Stared down at Daniel's gun. Flying out of nowhere, Stephanie's pistol pressed straight into my temple. "Do it now," she screamed. "Okay," I responded. Shivering, I reached into the box. "And hand me one," Stephanie added. The next 10 miles on East River Road felt like a journey to hell. My cozy confines now a nightmare. And neither killer had even given me a Miller Lite. My once strong beer bus slowly got replaced by an uncompromising fear. Daniel and Stephanie kept the radio off, their deep-fried chatter all I heard amidst the rural silence. Each parsing tree felt like a parsing tombstone, a path to what would surely be my grave, buried on East River Road. "How poetic," I fought. Grinning, Stephanie pointed the weapon at me. "It's amazing how dumb y'all are." "I know," Daniel exclaimed. "Didn't your mama teach you anything about picking up hitchhikers?" Stephanie jeered. All I could do was give a weak nod. Kept my gaze on the surrounding forest. "She did. My dad did too." Daniel waved his empty, tall boy at me. "You and your buddy, the third ones we got tonight." Excited, Stephanie motioned around the Camry. "And yours is the best car yet. Maybe the best we ever got," added Daniel. His proud smile disappeared, replaced by intrigue. Curiosity. "Whoa, what we got down here?" He slowed the car. "What is it?" Stephanie asked. I followed their eyes to the highway. Saw the hulking white creature crouched on the left side of East River, right outside the forest. The SUV like a beast hiding in its lair. Simultaneously confused and scared, I watched Daniel pull over on the opposite side of the road. A smooth landing in the ditch. Daniel grinned at Stephanie. "You want me to get this one?" She gave him a quick shove. "Yeah, you got it, babe." Daniel opened the door and stepped out into the night. "If it don't work, just come on back," Stephanie continued. She looked over at me. "I'll take care of him." At gunpoint, I didn't have much choice, even if I was always a big P***SSY. Stephanie guided me out of the Camry, forced me to stand in the ditch. Now we were face to face. Stephanie's pistol a brutal spotlight. Shivering in the cold, I looked across the street, unable to see anything past the huge SUV. "Well, Adam," Stephanie said in a confident tone. I faced the killer. Her chilling smirk. With dramatic glee, she clicked the gun. "I appreciate the ride." Faking toughness, I glared. "Why the F***CK are you doing this?" Stephanie snickered. "Why the F***CK don't you just leave me here?" I yelled, anger rising in my voice. "You don't have to kill anyone." Like a deranged laugh track, Stephanie's hideous chuckles continued into the night. One of the few ugly things about her. I took a fierce step toward her. "Why?" Stephanie aimed right at me, right between the eyes. Terrified, I stopped dead in my tracks. My courage gone just like that. Holding the gun steady amidst the cool breeze, Stephanie stared me down, salivating the scene. The dread. "Because it's more fun," I glowered. UB*TCH. Stephanie got ready to pull the trigger. My East River Road funeral about to begin. And then a vibration shattered the suspense. Stephanie groaned. What the hell? She pulled out her pulsating Android. An incoming call. God damn it, Daniel, she grumbled. Cautious, I stepped toward her. Stephanie pointed the pistol at me. Don't F***ing move, she commanded. With that, Stephanie answered the call. Daniel, what's going on? They're crazy. Daniel's frantic voice cried. Stephanie, help me. Even from here, I heard static and fast footsteps whirling off the phone. Wild movement. Daniel, Stephanie said, her confidence starting to crumble. Baby, where are you? Daniel's screams blared through the phone. Angry voices formed a chorus. I heard hits and pinches. Rustling bushes. Worried, Stephanie pressed the phone closer to her ear. Daniel, we continued hearing sounds of a struggle. Daniel's screams louder and more anguished. Stephanie looked toward the SUV. Daniel, where are you? The call cut out. An eerie dial tone further unsettled Stephanie. No, she cried. Like an explosion, gunshots blared through the night. One ferocious bullet after the other. The panic shattered Stephanie. Rare pathos captured on her pretty face. Tears fell out. Her grip on the gun got shaky. Daniel, I pulled out my iPhone. Its bright beam welcomed me back to the world of irrational hope. Then the night went still. No more screams. No more gunfire. No more human noise, that is. Stephanie aimed at me. Hell no. She grabbed my arm in a death grip. You're not going anywhere. With natural strength enhanced by adrenaline, Stephanie forced us to the SUV. Our steps too fast and frenetic for me to dial 911. Daniel, she screamed again. The silence settled in. All I felt was fear. Our fear. As we got closer, I now saw the beast was no SUV but a large van. One smashed into a tree. The windows had bars. Big, bold letters decorated the vehicle's side door. Daniel, Stephanie yelled. We stopped near the van. Trembling, I shined my phone right toward the door. The letters. Leon County Jail. Daniel, baby. I heard Stephanie scream, her voice at an emotional peak. My quivering eyes drifted to the prison transport van's windows. The blood stains. The many bodies inside. A morgue of slaughtered cops. F***ck. I yelled in horror. Stephanie glared at me. What? Battling the fear, I pointed toward the proud prison logo. We gotta get the F***ck out of here. Behind cold eyes, Stephanie put the gun to my face. Not until we find Daniel. Another bullet erupted through the forest. The shot slammed into the back of Stephanie's head. The clean, precise shot, leaving a gruesome, bloody mess. Crimson sprayed over me. I stood frozen in fear. Stephanie's arms lowered. The gun slipped from her dead grasp. Like a dam, blood built up around her fatal wound. Her auburn hair now a more vivid red. Stephanie's eternal glare stayed on me. In stilted slow motion, she fell to her knees. Then face down to the dirt. The dam opened to overflow gallons of blood. Right before my eyes. Speechless, I didn't move. I couldn't. Whatever buzz was left in me helped me stay numb. I felt no sympathy. Just shock. Voices and movement from the woods startled me. I looked up to see a congregation emerge from the forest. 3 men in orange jumpsuits. The tally prisoners. All 3 covered in more blood than barbarians. The most muscular and unquestioned leader of the trio pointed Daniel's gun at me. The other 2 inmates carried small knives. Where's your keys? The leader yelled at me. The black male stopped a few feet away. Where the hell are they? With a shivering hand, I pointed toward the Camry. They're in the car. The leader took off for the Camry. He stole a look at his partners. Let's go. Both a skinny black guy and dark-haired white prisoner pulled me with them. Straight to my car. No, please, my scared voice cried. I saw the white guy scoop up Stephanie's gun. Enfaced by the blood sticking to his fingertips, 4 bits of brain matter. I won't tell anyone, I said. They stopped me near the door on the passenger's side. Just hold on, the black guy said. The Camry roared to life. Headlights cut on. Please, man, I said. Acting fast, the skinny black guy snatched my phone. Fresh blood flew off his suit and crashed into me. Another layer of redness for my skin. I won't tell anyone, I continued. The blackmail hurled the iPhone straight into the highway. The powerful throw smashed it into a million pieces. Gone was my nightlight. My escape. The skinny guy then pushed the white prisoner toward the back seat. Go, he said. They each jumped in. The skinny guy in the passenger's seat, next to the leader. Vague relief surged through my veins, through my scared soul. The leader pointed at my 15-pack. Hey, give him one, Charlie. You sure? The skinny Charlie replied. Yeah, man. Now I really felt relief. He needed cops when I had Miller Lite. Look at it, we've got plenty. The leader reassured his friends. Like a pitcher tossing a souvenir ball, Charlie threw me a tall boy. A perfect throw led to a perfect catch. Now I felt less nervous. My buzz came roaring back. My East River Road excitement. All right, let's go, leader said to the other prisoners. I took a calm step toward them. A friendly approach. Hey, sir, can I get one more? Both leader and Charlie gave me amused looks. Making my case, I waved the can toward the wilderness. The swarming woods. I mean, there ain't gonna be no one out here for a while. In a private prisoner meeting, leader and Charlie looked at one another. Their voices too discreet for me to hear their conversation. And it's cold as shit, I said, keeping my voice calm. Leader and Charlie cracked up. Smirking, leader faced me. All right, one more for the road, bro. In another efficient toss, Charlie threw me a second Miller Lite. I snatched it midair. Leader held up his hand. Thanks for the car. Chickling, Charlie pointed at the 15-pack. And beer. I laughed along with them. An insane best-case scenario to this scary night. Charlie slammed the door. In nothing flat, the Camry was clean out of sight. Gone down East River Road in way less than 60 seconds. The leader must have been imprisoned for drag racing, I thought. Left alone, I scanned the desolate sight. Alone again, naturally. Alone with this river. Behind a smug smirk, I popped open one of those tall boys. The beer reassuring fuel for what was sure to be a long night. But hey, at least, I was in my comfort zone. I turned and walked up the road. Back toward Mariana. Back to Mom and Dad. I extended my arm and stuck out my thumb. My steady sips of beer the only break through the silence. Headlights my only shot at shortening this long walk home.